Hey everyone, in this question we are evaluating tangent 5 pi over 6, the secant of 3 pi and the sine of minus 225 degrees. Alright, so there are two things you will need here. You need the table, alright, the sine, cosine and tangent values in the first quadrant, and you need to graph it, right? Okay, so let's focus one at a time. Okay, so for the first one, since you are dividing the pi by 6, you can see it, right? You need 5 of those, right? So what you're gonna do first, you're gonna go and divide your pi, which is half of the circle, in 6 equal pieces. So the first quadrant in 3 pieces, so this is 1, 2 and 3, and the second quadrant the same, so 1, 2 and 3, right? So this, each one of them is gonna be supposedly pi over 6. Now I don't really need to extend it since 5 pi over 6 is less than pi, so I stop there. So to figure out the values, this is pi over 6, one of them. This is 2 of them, pi over 6. This is 3 pi over 6 and so forth, right? And you can see here this is 5 pi over 6. So the technique that we use here, this is your angle, by the way, and the technique that we use, we are looking for the reference angle, which is theta bar, and that's going to be pi over 6. So once we determine that, and we know this is going to be equals either a plus or minus tangent of pi over 6. Now, how to determine positive or negative? You have to use the fact all students take calculus, right? So since we are in 5 pi over 6 right here, that's going to be the second quadrant. All right, in the second quadrant only the s, which is sine, is going to be positive. So this is the only function is going to be positive. Therefore, the tangent is going to be a negative function. Therefore, we're going to select the minus sign, right? So this is equals to minus tangent of pi over 6. Now you go to your table. Pi over 6 is right here. The tangent is 1 over radical 3. So this is going to be minus 1 over radical 3. And if you rationalize it, it's going to be minus radical 3 over 3. And this should be it for the first one, right? Okay, so this is as a general rule. Usually whenever you are dealing with a secant or cosecant, is always easier to go to the original function, right? So basically secant of 3 pi of, let's say, a secant of an angle theta is always equals to 1 over cosine theta. So why don't you look for cosine of 3 pi first and then flip it? All right, okay. So how to do this? First of all, 3 pi is not difficult to graph. It's going to be 3 times pi, or 3 half circles. This is 1 half circle, this is 2 half circles, and this is the third half circle. So the easiest way is to determine you are right here, and that the coordinate is minus 1, 0. All right. So therefore, the cosine, this is going to be cosine of theta, correct? So cosine of 3 pi, that's going to be minus 1. And then if you want to figure out what the secant of 3 pi, just consider this one as fraction, flip it, it's going to be 1 over minus 1, which is minus 1, right? So this is the finals. This is the easiest way to do it. The other way to do it, you can consider the reference angle theta, and you are first quadrant, second quadrant. So let's consider the second quadrant. So second quadrant is all students take calculus. So the cosine here is going to be negative, only the sine is positive. So this one, cosine of 3 pi is going to be equals to, since sine only positive or tangent positive, so the cosine definitely this side is negative. It's going to be minus cosine of 0, and cosine of 0 is 1, so this is going to be minus 1. So this is second way to do it. Yeah, I forget to flip it here. So the secant of 3 pi is going to be equals to 1 over cosine of 3 pi. So this is going to be 1 over minus 1, which is minus 1. All right, so that's your answer you are looking for. Okay, so we are up to the last question, and what you needed to know is, if I turn in the positive direction, this will be 0, 90, 180, 270, and then 360, right? If I turn into the negative direction, this is going to be minus 90, minus 180, and this is minus 270, right? So now, since you have minus 225 is going to be between minus 180 and 270. So your location is somewhere here. All right, and this is the angle minus 225. Now I care about the reference angle, which is this one. All right, so this reference angle is theta bar, and this is going to be equals to 45 degrees, right? So that's the difference, right? So this is minus 225 and this is minus 180. So if you do minus 180 minus 225, this is going to give you 45 degrees. All right, so now theta bar is going to be 45 degrees. Now this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And again, all students take calculus, right? So the sign over here can be positive. Okay, and you're all set. So here the sign of minus 225, it would be equals to the, since the sign is positive on the second quadrant is positive, and then sine of 45 degrees. All right, and sine of 45 degrees is going to be 45 is right here, so the sine 1 over radical 2, and if you rationalize it, it's going to be radical 2 over 2. All right, and this should be your final answer.